paying your mortgage yet, and you can also let the seller stay at their home for like that 30 days before you actually start paying your mortgage. So it's kind of like a win-win, and it's a good way to win an offer.
Higher earnest money deposit, right?
Yep.
Because you're going to have to put that money down anyway, so why not
Exactly.
just put more up front if that separates you? Some people will perceive that as you being a stronger buyer. All right, Emily, talking about how to win a bidding war in 2025. What would be some of your suggestions?
There's a lot of different ways you can get creative and try and win. Always having like a good, strong, underwritten pre-approval letter will help. You know, a responsive lender who picks up the phone and will vouch and just be like they're the most amazing buyer in the whole world.
So having your lender call the listing agent gives you legs up, because then the listing agent gets comfortable that they know what they're doing.
Yes.
Right. And then you also said an underwritten pre-approval. What's the difference between a non-underwritten pre-approval and an underwritten pre-approval?
Basically, it means at some point in your transaction, if your offer gets approved, you're going to have to go through underwriting, and that's usually towards the end of the transaction, and things can fall apart during that stage. So if you kind of show your listing agent in this competitive situation that you've already done that, it gives them peace of mind that you're going to make it to the closing table.
Yeah, so there's been just more homework done on you.
Exactly.
Right? So what else?
You can kind of get creative with some other stuff. You can give favorable terms to the seller, use their preferred title company, maybe offer to pay some of their closing costs, free occupancy, little things like that that will sweeten the deal for them.
Yeah. So some of those things as terms could be higher earnest money deposit, right? Because you're going to have to put that money down anyway, so why not just put more up front if that separates you? Some people will perceive that as you being a stronger buyer. I'm a big fan of, and I know a lot of people don't do this, I'm the weirdo, but I used to take my pre-approval amount and actually make it more than what we're purchasing. Because I want to show that our debt to income ratio allows for us to have a lot more house. We're choosing to buy this house, right?
Exactly.
And so that's a separator, and it kind of like spurs questions. And I used to always get back like, oh, well, that shows that you can pay for more. It's like, well, I mean, very few, if you're especially at the upper price points, a lot of people can afford a lot more house. They just choose not to because they don't want to have that high of a debt income ratio, right?
Exactly.
So you can have a higher earnest money deposit, escalation clause.
Yep, those are always fun.
Some agents feel weird about them. I personally am a big fan of them. You know, it's got to be done in the right way, but there's nothing illegal about escalation clauses in the state of Michigan.
Nope.
And you said pay some of the seller's closing costs, so you can offer to cover your own titles policy, right? So you can pay for your own owner's title policy. That could be anything from $1,000 to $3,000, $4,000. Depending on the price point. You can offer to pay the seller's transfer tax, right? Because of course the government gets a sales tax when you sell the property, because you know anything you do, the government taxes you on. So anything we missed?
I'm trying to think of
occupancy.
Yeah, free occupancy. Yep, you can give them up to like
stay.
60 days free occupancy.
Yeah.
And I find a lot of buyers can at least like do like the 30 days free.
Yeah.
Because there's kind of like that skip month. Like you get a free month when your mortgage starts. There's kind of like this dead zone where you're not paying your mortgage yet, and you can also let the seller stay at their home for like that 30 days before you actually start paying your mortgage. So it's kind of like a win-win, and it's a good way to win an offer.
This is all phenomenal advice that took a decade to learn, actually 11 years now to learn all these different levers that you can pull. So if you want to hear more, continue to subscribe to our channel. We'd love to talk to you more. Thanks. Bye.